What's going on, guys? Saga Plays here, coming at you with a new video today. And today we will be doing our second to last class, which will be arts. Alright, with Mr. Hassel. Alright. Yep. So let's get into it. Don't really expect much today. I mean, just gonna go through the same drill. And then in about 4 days time, the would be the Greninja Terror Raid. I'm Mr. Hassel. Oh, the Dragon Trainer from the Elite Four guy. I forgot about him, that he was a teacher here. But yeah, about the Greninja, the only reason I'm saying like about 4 days time is because even though the event starts on January 27th, 12 a.m. UTC, which in Eastern Standard Time, that's 7 p.m. the 25th, or 26th, sorry. So yeah, it'll vary depending on time zone, but it all starts on pretty much 12 UTC. So I mean, just look up time zone clock to see when the event will start for you. But yeah, I mean, hey, it's not bad, but I kind of wish that, oh no, because then technically you could change the clock on your Switch and the internal clock, because yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's one way to get back to the old raids, but because these Terror Raid Pokemon are event Pokemon, so you just gotta you can cheat your way a bit into getting them outside the event time, but yeah. Alright, that's the first class, but yeah, this will be since it is a poison type, it makes sense, because ninja style, poison, deadly assassin, and the shadows kind of thing. It's nice how they're playing to it. And then I may be going, can't really talk today, I don't know why, but I may be gonna get a Quagsire. I don't know if I talked about this the last video, because that was last Wednesday, roughly 5 days ago, or 4 or 5 days ago. But yeah, pretty much sorry, I'm just kind of reading some of the dialogue as well, but yeah, so pretty much Quagsire, with its ability to heal with the water effect, by getting hit with water type moves, it really does support it. So I mean, that does work out. It terrestrialized into a grass type? Yep. Fairy type, dragon types are solid. Yeah. It by terrestrializing, yeah. Dragon type's weakness, literally typing is kind of its biggest weakness. This is grass. Because, I mean, dragon types are 4 times super effective against other dragon types. The fairy types are immune to dragon types. Dragon types are weak to ice types, that kind of thing. But I mean, making it honestly the best dragon terror type I could honestly say would be a fairy type, just because of the fact that most people would either go for utilize a fairy or ice type, but ice types, like pure ice types, those are ridiculously weak, because that's why I rarely ever see anyone run an ice type through their let's play, just because of the fact that like ice types have a fair bit of disadvantage. But also, I mean, before fairy type became a thing in with the Kalos region, ice people would either like just grab the pseudo legendary of the game, which is a dragon type, and utilize that, or they pretty much, if they had an ice type, they would just make sure to use it against a dragon type and then PC it, unless they were able to make it into a tank, basically. But yeah, yeah, I mean, I rarely ever see ice types. Frigibax is the first ice dragon type that I've seen. But I mean, using, with it being an ice dragon, with Frigibax being an ice dragon type, well, no. There's Kyurem too, but with Frigibax, you could terastallize it into making it a pure ice type when you're up against a dragon type, so it reduces things a lot more. See, the Skibble here. Solid combo, either solid utilization. Pretty much turn it into a type that it's either weak against, or terastallize it into a type it's weak against, or a type that is still much better than like dragon type weaknesses. Anything, because I mean, yeah, you could make it into a robust dragon type, but it's like, you gotta be careful with that, because it's still the ×2 ×4 effect damage, that kind of thing. I should really quit spamming A. But yeah, because I mean, for me, best would be a dragon type that can terastallize into a fairy type, because fairy types are a lot possibly a lot better than utilizing against ice types, because fairy types, they are literally immune to dragon types, and pretty much how fighting types are strong against ice types, if I recall, or like at least are capable of doing decent damage to ice types. Fairy types are not. It's not very effective against fairy types. Only really steel types are, and then there's Tinkaton, that practically negates that because of its fairy steel type, just like who was it? Zacian. Yeah, because he was a fairy steel type. Practically everyone loved it. And then when you go back to the card game, it's different. In game, there's a lot more shenanigans. Card game, not so much. But man, I really wish they actually stuck out with the fairy type, because I mean, they created that during the X and Y era, and then it's like afterwards, fairy types just became psychic types. Literally, like Regirock, wait, what's the name? Hero Jewel. Literally, pretty much, what is it? Regirock, in the card game, he's a fighting type, not a rock type. I don't know why, but they're not, I mean, they even make dragon type Pokemon, but no dragon energy. This is Medali. What makes something beautiful? No correct answer. Yep. But, pretty much, like, Regidrago from Lost Origin, if I recall, is a dragon type. Like, there are pure dragon, like, now dragon typings. Before that wasn't a thing. But thing is, they don't make dragon energy. You would have utilize other energies, and really wish they kept the fairy type, because I mean, I opened a box way back when X and Y came out, like a Elite Trainer box. I literally still have a fairy type energy card. I don't have any fairy type Pokemon anymore, but I have an energy card. But yeah, I really wish the Pokemon card game would actually print Pokemon in all types, not like all types. There ain't evolutions or anything like that, but I mean, like, print them in types that they possess in game. Like Zacian in the card game, they always print him on a steel type card, even though he's also a fairy type, which, I mean, they swapped it during Sword and Shield era, so yeah, so I mean, steel type. But literally, I do wish at times they would Brassius, they would have more types in the card game, just equivalent to the online game, Because even Pokemon Showdown has all the typings. And I do like to play Pokemon Showdown. I don't know if I should record some. That'd be something interesting. Leave a comment down below if you think I should record some Pokemon Showdown. Because, I mean, I played that throughout high school. Hell, I played that in front of my teachers. And me and some of my students convinced one of my teachers to play. Practically, he said, okay, if I could beat you in this, then you guys can't play it in class anymore. And, yeah. It's fun, Pokemon. Mainly because, like, you can pick your own format, what generation you want to play with, that kind of thing. And even do a lot more. Because you could pretty much create a team without needing to catch any Pokemon. Oh, right. And then for Brassius, can you tell what my mood was when I crafted it? Its detached expression. Any of these answers will work. It's one of those questions. Any answer will work. No. Completely and utterly wrong. You'll most likely see that for all of them. When I made that Skulltrice rendered okay, so you did not put any emotion into it. And, holy cow, oh my god, that's the first time I've seen him smile. That's kind of freaky. He has a big white smile, that's kind of freaky. Alright. Yep. But, yeah. I am pretty much going to get into the card game officially once the new, not Crown Zenith, because that came out just a few days ago, technically last Friday, the 20th, but that Crown Zenith is the end of the Sword and Shield era. Oh my gosh. Sword and Shield era began my senior year of high school. The memories. Pretty much Sun and Moon began when I was in high school, when I started out as a freshman in high school, and then Sword and Shield came out in my senior year of high school. Man, literally Sun and Moon was with me throughout high school. X and Y was with me throughout middle school. Man, oh my gosh. Just thinking about it now, oh my gosh. Pokemon practically each kind of milestone of sorts has been with me. Oy vey. Alright. Oh, there's Arvin. That's the first time I've seen him in a class. But, wow. Literally, some people are kind of getting emotional with the end with Crown Zenith. Kind of because the fact that Sword and Shield era was it Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova, Kalos, Alola, Galar, Alola, Galar. Yeah, with Gen 8, 6 is Kalos, 7 Alola, 8 Galar. Yeah, it's Gen 8. This is Gen 9, so Paldea is Gen 9. But with Gen 8, literally over 25 years of people being with everyone basically seeing Ash in the anime. It's kind of emotional there, but also like literally 25 years to get through 8 generations. Jeez, that's a lot. With the latest games, it's basically kind of like from like X and Y. It's every 3 years they'll release a new gen, because X and Y was 20. What was it? So let me backtrack. Gen 9 is 2022. Sword and Shield began in 2019. And then 2016 was Alola. Yeah, Alola. And then 3 years prior to that, 20 I can't do math, basic math. 2013 was Kalos. Yeah, Kalos. Yeah, basically for the last games, it's been every 3 years for a new generation. I mean, I can't say for anything past Kalos, because Kalos was secondly, the X and Y was the first game I played. But yeah, because I mean, with them re-trademarking X and Y, that's most likely the next game remake, but who knows? Because they definitely are skipping black and white, but then again, black 2, white 2, that was fairly good. Oh, there's Penny. So, I mean, I don't know what they'll do, because the last one was Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, and that incorporated Mega Evolution, and then it's like, you could maybe call it a remake, but, or no, not Omega, Diamond and Pearl, which kind of had two, I mean, you could probably call it two, but really not, because even though Hisui and Sinnoh, Hisui's the past version of Sinnoh, they're still basically kind of different from each other, and a bit of a obviously chronological, but like also exploration wise. So I mean, next game should have been Unova, but yeah, everyone kind of hated Unova anime, but loved the game. Not the first two titles, Black and White, but Black 2, White 2. Black 2, White 2, that was nice. I never really played it before, but I have watched videos on it, which was good. So, alright, here's the art final. So I know it was good, but who knows? I don't know what they'll do. But speaking of Unova, technically, people with the DLC that's supposed to come out probably this year at some point, that's what happened with Sword and Shield after a year. The Crown Tundra came out, Treasure Eatery, Surrendering Sunflora 2, Leventia, false. Alright, and that was the quickest test I've ever taken. But with Sword and Shield era, pretty much they released a DLC like a year after for the Crown Tundra, which had the Urshifu, like the Swift and Rapid Strikes styles. I think those are the styles. I know it was two styles. I'm forgetting the name for some right now, but yeah, pretty much they came out with a DLC for that game, and then after that, don't think they released Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl in 2020. Then 2021 was 2020 was the DLC. 2021 was the why am I blinking out so hard right now? Oh my gosh. So 2019 Sword and Shield, 2020 should be the DLC, and then 21 Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. 22 is obviously 22 came out, or not 22. 22 came out with two titles. Legends Arceus like in January, literally a year ago, and it's just right for me. And then with the new region, Paldea, I don't know why I was blanking out on 22 for some reason. Oh, you vey. But yeah, pretty much the DLC for this game will come out, and I'll probably get it and play through it, because technically I never even got the Sword and Shield DLC. I never even knew about it till like over a year after it was released, and I never bothered getting it because why bother getting the DLC for that when though the next title will obviously have a DLC. So you pretty much just need to bide your time, which I did, and it'll probably come out at some point this year. Though I do somewhat hope the DLC with the for the Paradox Pokemon in that'll be in the DLC. Oh, there he is. People are kind of hoping for Unova Easter egg with the original dragon, which was in the lore for the Unova region. It was pretty much Reshiram, Kyurem, and Zekrom. They were all one dragon that came from space, and then when they came downwards toward and got to Unova, basically they were divided into 3. So I mean, who knows what? Because thing is, they've never really described, given even a silhouette of the original dragon or anything like that. It's just always hinted at. Kyurem, pretty much, Zekrom's a one piece, Reshiram the other, and then whatever remained became Kyurem. So that's why Kyurem has access to both. Can become Enterus. Like, it's gain a color palette similar to Zekrom and Reshiram respectively with its form changes, and utilize fire and electric type moves respectively as well. So I mean, there's that. The original dragon, even the typing is something that no one would really knows. But I mean, people are speculating that, or like hopefully that does become a thing. Like the original dragon does pop up in as a Paradox Pokemon here. Who knows though? But I mean, it would be nice given the fact that we may not be getting a Unova remake, but who knows? Because I mean, even though they re-trademarked the X and Y labels, who knows what we will be getting technically? Because all really right now it's just DLC for oh my gosh, DLC for this game. Whoa, the music dropped. Ah, his father's in poor health. That's sad. And now that sad music cuts out. But yeah, because thing is, going back to with the DLC, people are speculating like how the top right corner of the region, since Paldea is based off Spain, above Spain is France, which is which Kalos is based off of. So I mean, people are speculating because that also explains the reason why there's a lot more Kalos Pokemon than there would normally be. But I mean, I don't know if that's just a little tidbit with real geographical location, or if literally that top right portion of the map will sorry, I kind of want to read this. I've made up my mind to continue teaching here at the academy. How could you? Are you saying you don't care what happens to our proud lineage? I'm saying that I have other priorities. Have a look around you at the art decorating this room, would you? The children here are letting their senses, their perceptiveness grow freely. I do not wish to say that protecting our family's ancient bloodline is of no importance. I simply wish to see young talent blossom and grow into the future. It just seems so much more fun to me if I'm being honest. What utter nonsense. And yet, your fearless, unflinching commitment of that nonsensical vision proves that you're worthy of carrying the will of the dragons, Master Hassel. I will not give up. I will come as many times as I need in order to change your mind. Oh boy. Oh, by all means, oh, my door is open. I think you'll find you've met your match in stubbornness. You ought to be cowed by some story spun up about my father's deteriorating health. I am not so easily fooled. I will return another day. Ah, I'm sorry you had to see all that. I was very close to resigning my post and returning home. The students here gave me courage to say no. But going back to the DLC, given the fact that Carlos is literally right, or France is Carlos is would geographically be right above Paldea, it would make sense that that we would have a little part, like the southern part of Carlos, be our DLC. But who knows? Carlos is nearly what is technically about 10 years ago, or well, not technically, but roughly 10 years ago. But alright, Mr. Hasselstone, we got 50 Dragon Terror Shards. Yeah, I know I did kind of drone on and stop mid-thought to read, but I do apologize for that. But yeah, when I hear the music change, I know it kind of, depending on what it is, I know things changed. But yeah, next video will be the home ec class, which is our final class, and then I will be recording some Master Duel. But this is Saga Plays signing off. We will continue this college talk on Wednesday if I recall it. Bye.